Hey, welcome back to Powered by 8 Racing YouTube channel. So I got some feedback from those last videos and that the little ones actually are helpful. No sense in making a 14-hour video if you only need 10 minutes to show you something or explain something. And you probably don't need to see me twisting some bolts and some time lapse just for time's sake. Anyways, some of the questions were around some of the systems that I have on the car and why I chose them. So today I thought I would start with the Dry Sump system.
Powered by 8.
Now, my Dry Sump system that I went with is a Dailey 4.5 stage system that I got from GSPEED. I think you can also get the system from LGR also. So either one of those two are good sources for the system. Now, I don't remember what I got exactly from them other than the pan and the pump. The rest of the, oh, and the tank. I did get the tank from them. And so depending on your requirements, the tank might differ, might be a different size, different fit, things like that. So this is the tank that I have. There's other tanks with similar size and whatnot that will probably work for you. But this is the system that I chose to use. Now, the oil pan. Let me show you one off of the car that I have. All right, so these oil pans are a billet aluminum, and that's why the kit's very, very expensive. This is one big solid piece. This one is the one that came off of the damaged motor, so obviously it doesn't come with this big gouge in it and this big nick or the hole in the bottom of it. You won't get those things when you buy it new. And but this is what it is. And the great thing about having a dry sump system from Dailey versus some of the other competitors is that Dailey mounts their pump to the pan. And let me tell you, it makes a world of difference. Now, as you can imagine, there's a small amount of oil will sit in here, but it's being scavenged out via these slots here. And that's what's creating all your scavenge. That then goes into a system on the other side. You can see there's the screen that it's coming into, and now here comes your scavenge stages. So you've got a front and a rear. It goes into the pump, and then you have, and then obviously this is the cover for it. That gets bolted on like that, and it's got some O-rings in there and whatnot to seal it up. But that's how the system works. So it's a nice clean piece, and yeah, it's a very expensive pan. So that's half of the price of the system is, I think, just in the pan. And let me show you the pump. All right, let me try to show you this here. So this here is the pump, and the pump, I already have the feed line hooked up. So this is the line that comes from the tank and feeds the pump and the oil. You can see you have the 4 stages, and the back one is a little bit larger, and that's how you get your half stage. Anyways, so you've got your feed in, out, and then this is your return to the tank. So this goes to your first cooler, this goes back to the tank, and there's one on the back side there you'll see, and that is to pull vacuum from the crank case. So it works out pretty good that way with that 4.5 stage. You can really utilize that vacuum stage of the pump. So that's kind of what that's for. And so yeah, let me go back and show you the tank and whatnot. All right, so this is the tank here. It just mounts with a little L bracket, little piece of angle. It's got a little nub on there, screwed in there, and then it's got a clamp at the bottom. Then as you can see, the dash 16 here goes up under the frame rail, up over the cradle, and then you can see it kind of joining the pump right there. So that's the tank. Not sure what the capacity is of it. And then this is my solution for the catch can. Comes out here, fills this up. I like this style because this style won't let any oil. Some of them are just cans that catch it, and there's a little sponge on top. And then if it sloshes around when it has oil in it, it comes out. This has a tube that goes down the middle, and then it still vents out if it needs to, but it won't spill any oil anywhere. From there you can see, let's go back to the pump. So the pump is down here. You can kind of see the black fitting right there. That black fitting is going to have a dash 16 that's already kind of hooked up here. It's just not hooked up to it because I got to kind of do things in order. So that dash 16 will go on there. It comes up here to a big Peterson filter, and then it returns to the tank. And then obviously you've got the 12 that goes to the can, a 16 that goes to the pump, and then from the front of the pump, we will connect, like I was showing before. This one is a dash 10 that'll come this way, and we'll go to our first oil cooler. That's going to sit here, have a line that comes across to our second oil cooler, and then it will then go to the oil pump. The oil filter. So it goes down there to the oil filter, and then that goes to the car, to the block. All right, but today's agenda is to get the oil coolers put back on the car. So that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm missing a bolt. I saw that when I was going to collect them all that I'm missing one, but that's fine. I'll just put every one of that I can get access to that one later. But anyways, let me get those bolts. That's what I'm grabbing here. Oh wait, is this it? Let's see, do I got 8? I have 7. So we're missing one. That's okay. We'll get one another day. And all right, let me show you what we got going on for the coolers. All right, so for oil coolers, we run 2 of these set rabs. There's one here, there's one there, and like I said, 2 dash 10s. They do both have fans on the back, and these are brackets that were made by GSPEED, so nice and labeled from GSPEED. This kit is their dual oil cooler forward facing radiator kit. So the radiator does lay forward. So this is all part of that kit. So that's why I have all these parts for it. Anyways, that's not so important, but let's get the oil coolers on. So the first one's going to mount here, and the other one is going to mount there, and then we can get our lines ran. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so one cooler goes on this side. We can get some bolts ready so I can hold it in. All right, so let me catch you up where we are. I went ahead and got the oil coolers on. I had to take them back off and put the ducts on that I had made for them, and that's kind of where things are right now. So let me show you that. All right, so as you can see, got the ducts on, got the oil coolers on, and there's the other one over there. I ducted these a long time ago. I think I made a video on those. I felt like that made a huge difference for me by just trapping that air, because I used the front of the bumper here. This is where it ducts to. So this here is where the oil coolers are, and I felt that my oil temps went crazy low when I did that, and it works out very well in the Florida heat. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the hoses on now, and when I get that on, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so got all the hoses in. All the hoses are tightened up. As I said before, we've got one that you can barely see down there that goes to the bottom of the tank all the way up there. We've got the one that goes to the return that gets filtered before it goes into the tank. And then we've got the one that comes out, goes into the bottom of this cooler, out of this cooler, comes to the front of the car. This will get all tidied up once we get everything else in the car. Goes to the bottom of this one, and then it comes from the top out to the oil filter. And then I need to get this other hose. We just pressure tested it. I gotta go pick it up, but there's a hose that goes from there that goes to the block, and that's the oil system, and that's the Dailey Dry Sump. Now when I prime the system, what I'll do, I can just slide this belt off. I'll get another belt, I'll tie it around that, and I will just hold a drill on the belt. It will spin the pump independently, and it will cycle oil through the car to prime it. If not, then I'll just disconnect the fuel. I can do that with my PDM. I can turn it off, and I can just spin the motor with the starter and prime the system that way as well. And that's how we will take care of it. All right, that's just a quick video on the oil system and the Dailey Dry Sump 4.5 stage from LGR or GSPEED. And they can get you set up with that. They are a Dailey dealer. And yeah, that that after the last motor I lost, obviously I took that pump out, I sent it back to Dailey, and they also sent me a new pan, not for free. But that is the systems that I run for oil. But until next time, we will see you guys in the garage.
Powered by your old shoe.